Hello everyone, many blessings and welcome to Pisces Rising Tarot. So today I will be going through all the astrological signs for the month of January. So we're starting with fire signs, and for fire signs you will be experiencing purification. Alright, so it can be an emotional time, it can also be a time of letting go. So for Aries, we have this strength that was built up, and it is stubbornness. It's coming from a place of success and power, but now this power is being cleansed. It's being renewed. So you might be struggling with your ego in the sense of wanting to hold on to that power, and maybe some forces will be putting you in your place in a sense, but take it as a humbling experience. Okay, so don't be too worried about it. If the emotions come, if it's painful, let it happen and it will purify you. Alright, so next we have Leo. So Leo, you are encouraged to be playful in January, to not to take things too seriously. And with the purification, it's getting rid of the seriousness, taking everything seriously, and just loosening up and accepting and not having high expectations, having fun, and enjoying life. And then with Sagittarius, you're coming from a place of hurt and of exhaustion, and purification is there to heal you and to bring peace and calm and safety to you. So allow the emotions to heal that side. Allow yourself to rest. Alright, so moving on to the earth signs. Earth signs will need protection this January, so they will also be very aware of people who are hurt and people who need protection. They could be offering that protection to other people as well, but always make sure that you yourself are protected first of all. Alright, so Taurus will be experiencing newfound emotions. So you could find yourself maybe in a romantic situation, or especially in a situation with family and children where you want to protect them, you want to protect the innocent. Okay, so you'll be very aware of this burning desire to protect the innocent, and you'll be quite sentimental and emotional about it. Alright. And moving on to Virgo. With Virgo, you will be struggling with investment and trying to decide what to go for. I don't think you'll be able to move forward much. It might feel stuck, but I think you are actually in your element. I think you'll be able to feel quite comfortable, which might not be a good thing because the comfort might be stagnant, but you might not experience a lot of changes. I think you will be protecting what you have, protecting your resources, and I think a lot of Virgos are used to that, so it might feel just the same as usual, feeling in your element, wanting to take things slow and steady and not be too harsh in deciding what to invest in. And I think that might be a good thing. Allow yourself to decide what to go for. Okay, and then we have Capricorn. And Capricorn, you will be very aware of the deceit of others. You are going in that protective mode where you can figure out exactly who is being dishonest. You are going to be a truth teller, a truth seeker. You'll be able to expose truths, and you'll be feeling quite hopeful and quite inspired this January. It is your month, so it's like this encouraging energy coming through, being able to protect and being able to spot the liars and the cheaters. And I think you might enjoy that process if you embrace it and not be afraid of it. Okay, so now we're going on to air signs, and the air signs are looking very good. Abundance is coming in for air signs, and you are being encouraged to work with the earth, work with crystals, with higher knowledge, grounding, accepting abundance, knowing your worth, listening to advice and wisdom from the earth. All right, so with Gemini, you might find yourself in conflict in your relationships. And if we're looking at abundance here, it might be things coming in for you. So there could be some conflict where the other people or the other person you're in a relationship with, it might limit them. So there could be some jealousy coming through or conflict because you are in a very abundant space. Things are coming to you and you are just not, maybe not feeling, you might be feeling maybe not better than others, but you might be feeling like you're on a different level, and maybe you aren't as, you're not in a struggling situation, so people might have conflict with you because they would want that. It's very appealing. So in your personal relationships, they might not get what space you are in now. So don't worry too much about it. Just accept it. Don't allow it to create conflict for you. As soon as you let the conflict go, give them a reassurance. Show them that you love them and that you care for them. And that abundant energy is going to flow through them as well if you allow that. So letting them know that you are able to be generous and kind and loving will put them at ease. All right. Libra. Libra is in a space of power, again with the abundance there. So similar to Gemini, except that I think that conflict is going to be resolved for you. So whereas in Gemini, conflict is being stirred by abundance, in Libra, conflict is being solved by abundance. And it kind of makes sense because with Gemini, Geminis can go into a situation and is quick to conflict, whereas Libras want peace, they want balance, so they are able to bring that balance and bring harmony. However, you are in that position of power, so stay rooted in your balancing energy. As soon as you start showing off about it, and of course it's wonderful to know your worth, but it might stir conflict if you brag about it too much. But just know that you can settle in that abundant energy. There's nothing wrong with it, and you can use your power wisely. All right. And then we have Aquarius. So Aquarius is coming out of a transformational stage. This is the grieving process that is finished. You're coming out of it. You are rising above it. And there's abundance coming in, a lot of luck. With all the air signs, you're going to be experiencing a lot of luck across the board. So especially with Aquarius, now's your time to shine. Now's the time where you start feeling a bit more relieved. You've come out of the darkness. You've gone through this transformational stage, and now you are receiving. You have the wisdom there. Listen to that wisdom and let it guide you. All right. So now with the water element, you have change, and this again seems to be very much in your element. Water is adaptable. It's very used to change. So maybe you'll be able to maybe not feel too much of a difference. You'll feel like you are in your true energy. You might not feel too challenged, which can be a good thing. Cancerians, you will be attracting people to you. I think you are going to love January because you'll be able to be sociable, you're attracting people. There are changes in the people that you're around. So you could be, you've left some people behind, but it's not going to feel negative. It's just going to feel natural, as if you're just naturally letting go. It's not going to be in conflict. If you are going with the change. If you're resisting the change, it might feel that way, but believe me, it's not a bad omen. This is a good thing. So if you hold on to that and go with the change, you'll notice that it's actually a positive change. You'll be able to meet new people. All right, and now we have Scorpio. No, not Scorpio. Yeah, Scorpio. Scorpio, you will be under certain illusions, so be careful of falling for something that looks too good to be true. You might be walking in a dream state, so your fantasies could be taking over. And how it relates to change is it could be not noticing changes. So when somebody's has suddenly turned on you, or maybe it's having to cope with changes, you are going into this dream state, and it's just be careful of betrayal and seeing the truth, being a matter of fact, facing the truth. So don't get too lost in the fantasy. Don't get too lost in dreaming. Allow yourself to be realistic about changes, about moving forward. Don't get too stuck. It might be wanting to keep that sanctuary, but there's a need to move out of that comfort zone. So catch yourself when you're dreaming and see what is the reality I need to be looking at right now. Okay, now we have Pisces, and Pisces, you're feeling impatient with change. It's I think you're feeling threatened, so your passion is being involved here. So in romance, in a business relationships, maybe even with friendships, maybe something as simple as when you're competing with people in a game, or maybe even sport, anything that involves your passion and your emotion. There is conflict there. There's a noticing of the competition around you. It's easy for you in January to think this person is better than that person. So be careful with that. Watch your patience. So you will be required to be patient. And this can be difficult. So all this change is frustrating you. It feels like you're lagging behind. It feels like you can't catch up. It feels like there are people around you who are better than you, and you aren't able to catch up to them. But just know that this is part of the process. The change card is challenging you to accept the change, go with it, and patience can be a humbling experience. Patience also allows us to be more sociable, to be more open to others. So if somebody's challenging you and pushing your buttons and trying to get you to be competitive or to be nasty or anything like that, just smile, just move on. Don't take it too seriously, because they're kind of trying to get to you. All right, and that's going to bring you peace. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a reading for the age of Aquarius that we have gone into. We've been in it for a few days now, and I would love to know, what changes have you guys been experiencing? What have you been feeling? And it can be over the past few years, because this process has been going on, and the ascension has been taking us to a whole different space, especially coming from a space of illusionment, being under the illusion. The Aquarian energy can bring us to truth, and that can be quite difficult. So here we have the card for self-love. Let's just see what else we have. Well, the two cards that came up for the air signs are also coming in here. So the crystal energy is coming through, and abundance is coming through, the same as for the air signs, and of course that was for Aquarius. So it's a confirmation that they are coming in. And we'll just get one more. And this is a very positive energy coming in. So if anyone has been feeling that this process has been difficult, this is focusing on love energy, self-love, crystal energy that's here for guidance and for wisdom, and abundance coming in. So it's very positive, even though it might feel negative. It is positive if we focus on it in that way. It's leading us to a positive outcome. Let's just get one more. Divine consciousness. So this just really speaks to me about the whole process, because divine consciousness is connecting to the collective minds. So even though we have a very individual energy here with self-love, it's about the self-actualization, your truth, nurturing yourself. It ends off with this divine consciousness as well, where we are connected on a higher level. It's unity. So we are singular in that we are all whole. We have to learn to focus on our own energy and not so much on absorbing the energy of others. However, with the divine consciousness, it reminds us that we are all one. We are all one unit. So it's an interesting concept, and I like the duality here. And then with this grounding energy in the middle, focusing on earth, focusing on receiving anything that you desire. Abundance is coming in, and a reminder that there is enough. There is enough of everything. Okay. And the crystal energy is there to remind us. It connects us to the divine consciousness. It connects us to the earth. It brings us wisdom. So there's success coming in here, a success card, but again, earth. But it's coming in with self-love. So use your resources that you have, the success that you, or you remind yourself of your success, and you're able to treat yourself to luxury. And it can be any form of luxury. It can be as simple as a fragrance that makes you feel luxurious. Simple things can be luxurious. That's the reminder here. So with the crystal energy, we have the exhaustion coming through. So whenever you feel exhausted, you can turn to crystals, you can ask them for assistance, and they will help you. A lot of us will be feeling exhausted, and we've got 2 10s here, which means it's the beginning of a new cycle. 10 of earth and 10 of air. So we are starting a new cycle here and getting rid of the old. So let's see what we have for abundance. Put these back. We have a card for dreaming. So this is manifestation. This is dreaming about your desires, allowing your imagination to lead you to what you need and what you want, and it will come to you through abundance. So that's the reminder here. Dream as much as you want, in the sense of attracting your desires to you, dreaming of the possibilities. The possibilities are endless. That's what abundance teaches us, that it is open to all possibilities. So if when we are dreaming, we can imagine whatever we want, and abundance is there to help us manifest it. Okay, let's see what we have for divine consciousness. So this is the support system, connecting to your support system. We have the Hierophant here for it represents rules and structures, and for me this is important because this is looking beyond the systems. The divine consciousness moves past the system, so do not let the systems worry you. Notice the people, the energy of the people around you. Notice what you have. Notice the emotion that is already there. So even though we are dreaming, we are not the negative side, or the darker side of dreaming is not appreciating what we have and getting to a space of boredom. So that's not the goal of the dreamer here. The dreamer is here to give you possibility, to give you hope, not to allow you to drift away from the intention, or to drift away from what is already in front of you. So it's a reminder to dream, to expand, but to also be present in knowing what has already been given to you, and being grateful for it. And also a reminder to take things slowly. Do not rush anything, especially if you feel stuck, because this Four of Water is a stuck energy. Feeling stuck, feeling bored, and you might feel yourself becoming too analytical and getting too stuck in what seems like the reality. But the divine consciousness is not the physical reality, it's higher than that. So, not worrying too much about the earthly movement, the physical affirmation, the physical manifestation, but more connecting to a higher frequency, and receiving messages from the divine conscious, joining the divine consciousness in positivity, and again, this reminder of the rules, the systems, anything that has been created on earth and that is not of the divine. It's just reminding you that, because it's not in reverse, it's in the upright position. So it's just reminding you to take notice of it, to notice. So even though there's a dreamer energy here, there's also a very sharp awareness, being aware. And divine consciousness does that. It takes you to a space where you can see things clearly. Alright, so that is all I have. I do hope that this process assists everyone who's listening, and I hope that the reading will help you to pay attention to the energy and how it can assist you, what it can do for you. It's not about following a formula. It's not about something that must be done. It's something that can assist you wherever you are in your process. Okay, thank you very much for joining me.